Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. We fear superior alien technology. We assume that a civilization capable of traveling across the galaxy must have flawless machines. We imagine sleek interfaces, instant data transfer, and weapons that never jam. But anyone who works in tech knows the truth. The more complex a system is, the more likely it is to crash. So, what happens when the ultimate weapon of the galaxy freezes? What happens when the Emperor of the Universe forgets his password? He doesn't call a scientist. He calls IT support. Today's story is about Dave. Dave is a Tier 2 Sysadmin from Ohio. He was abducted not for his brain, not for his DNA, but because he is the only being in the quadrant who knows how to fix a printer driver without crying. If you have ever felt the urge to throw your computer out the window, smash that like button. And if you want to see a planet killer stopped by a 404 error, subscribe and ring the bell. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Grand Emperor Zarkon the Terrible stood upon the obsidian deck of the Star Silencer. The weapon was a sphere the size of a moon, powered by a captive black hole. It was designed to erase solar systems from history. Zarkon had spent 3,000 years conquering the galaxy, and Earth was the final annoyance. Citizens of Earth. Zarkon bellowed, his voice projected to every screen on the planet below. Your time has ended. Your resistance is futile. Prepare for deletion. Zarkon turned to his Grand Vizier. Fire the Oblivion beam. The Vizier, a hooded figure with trembling hands, typed the command into the console. The massive weapon hummed. The lights dimmed. The black hole spun up. And then, silence. A small, cheerful bonk sound echoed through the bridge. On the main view screen, a message appeared in glowing red alien glyphs. Error, driver not found. Device, Oblivion, is not recognized. What is this? Zarkon roared. Why is it not firing? I do not know, my lord, the Vizier stammered. The system says the hardware is incompatible with the new OS update we installed last night. Fix it. We have tried everything. We sacrificed a goat. We chanted the liturgy of power. We rebooted the core 3 times. Zarkon grabbed the Vizier by the throat. Find me someone who understands this accursed machine. Or I will use you as ammunition. A teleportation beam swept through the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. It bypassed the military bases. It bypassed the universities. It locked onto a small cubicle in the back of a corporate office. Dave Miller was eating a bagel and browsing Reddit when the world dissolved into white light. He rematerialized on the obsidian deck. He was still holding his bagel. He was wearing a shirt that said, "Have you tried forcing an unexpected reboot?" Dave looked around. He saw the terrified aliens. He saw the massive view of Earth. He saw the Emperor of the Galaxy looming over him, breathing smoke. Are you the Techmancer? Zarkon demanded. Dave swallowed a piece of bagel. I'm Dave. From IT. Did you guys put in a ticket? Ticket. Zarkon screamed. The weapon is broken. Fix it, or I will flay the skin from your bones. Dave sighed. It was just like talking to the CEO. Okay. Calm down, big guy. Show me the error message. Dave walked up to the console. He looked at the alien interface. It was sleek, holographic, and floating in the air. But underneath the fancy graphics, code is code. Okay, I see the problem, Dave mumbled, crumbs falling onto the Emperor's command deck. You guys are running Galactic OS version 10. But your Death Ray is a legacy device. It runs on XP. They don't talk to each other. Make them talk. Zarkon commanded. I can't just make them talk. Dave rolled his eyes. I need to install an emulator. Do you have the original installation disks for the black hole drive? The Vizier looked blank. Disks? The drive was forged by the ancients 1,000,000 years ago. Great, Dave muttered. No documentation. Typical. All right, move over. Dave pushed the Vizier aside. He cracked his knuckles. I'm gonna try to bypass the firewall and hotwire the driver. It's gonna be messy. Zarkon watched, fascinated. He had seen warriors fight with swords of light. He had seen psychics crush tanks with their minds. But he had never seen anyone type this fast with 2 fingers. What are you doing now? Zarkon asked. I'm pinging the router, Dave said. Your latency is terrible, by the way. You got a lot of packet loss. Are you streaming movies in the background? The Vizier looked guilty. I was downloading the new season of Real Housewives of Andromeda. Stop it, Dave snapped. You're clogging the bandwidth. The weapon needs a stable connection to the cloud to verify its DRM license. DRM? Zarkon asked. Digital Rights Management? Yeah, Dave explained, not looking up. You don't actually own the death ray, Zarkon. You just licensed it from the manufacturer. If the internet drops, the license can't verify and the gun bricks itself. It's a subscription model. Zarkon was horrified. I am the Emperor. I own everything. You don't own software, buddy. Read the ULA. Dave tapped the final key. Device found. Installing drivers. A loading bar appeared on the main screen. It moved to 10%. Then it stopped. The bridge was silent. Why has it stopped? Zarkon whispered. It's thinking, Dave said. Don't touch it. They waited. The fate of Earth hung in the balance of a progress bar. 10%. 11%. It is too slow. Zarkon yelled. I want to destroy Earth now. If you rush it, you'll corrupt the registry and have to start over, Dave warned. Go get a coffee. This is gonna take a while. For 3 hours, the Grand Emperor of the Galaxy sat on the floor, waiting for a blue bar to fill up. Dave sat in the command chair, spinning around. So, Dave said. Nice ship. Cable management is a disaster, though. You got wires everywhere. That's a fire hazard. Silence, Techmancer. Finally, the bar hit 99%. It stayed there for 20 minutes. Zarkon began to weep. Why? Why 99%? It is mocking me. It's the final verification, Dave said. Standard protocol. Ding. Installation complete. Device ready. Zarkon leaped to his feet. At last. The power is mine. He stormed to the console. The firing button glowed red. Earth rotated helplessly below. Goodbye, humans? Zarkon laughed maniacally. Any last words? Yeah, Dave said, checking his watch. You might want to check the update schedule. What? Zarkon pressed the button. Nothing happened. Instead, a giant, friendly pop-up window appeared, blocking the entire view of Earth. Update available. A critical security patch has been released for your death ray. Installing update 1 of 35,000. Do not turn off your console. No. Zarkon screamed. Cancel. Cancel. You can't cancel a critical security patch, Dave said, grabbing another bagel from his pocket. It's mandatory. If you don't patch, you're vulnerable to malware. You don't want your Death Star getting a virus, do you? How long will this take? The screen calculated. Estimated time remaining, 4 years, 3 months, 12 days. Zarkon stared at the screen. He stared at Earth. He stared at Dave. For years? He whispered. Yeah, well, the file size is huge, Dave shrugged. And like I said, your Wi-Fi is trash. Zarkon fell into his throne. He looked defeated. He had an armada. He had a black hole. But he was powerless against the spinning circle of an update. I give up, Zarkon said quietly. We cannot wait 4 years in orbit. The parking fees alone will bankrupt the Empire. He looked at Dave. You, Techmancer, you have defeated me. Not with strength, but with bloatware. Just doing my job, Dave said. Can you beam me back now? My lunch break is over. Get him out of my sight, Zarkon waved a hand. Dave vanished. He reappeared in his cubicle. His coffee was still warm. On his screen, a ticket notification popped up. Ticket number 492, printer jam on floor 4. Dave sighed. Back to work. Above the Earth, the star silencer turned around and engaged its engines. It flew away, leaving Earth unharmed. But on the bridge of the alien ship, the screen remained active. Installing update. 1%. And Zarkon sat there, watching it, waiting for a progress bar that would never finish. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. We complain about technology, but sometimes bad software saves lives. If you have ever been victimized by a Windows update at the wrong time, hit that like button. Comment below, what is the worst tech problem you've ever had? Subscribe. And remember, the most powerful force in the universe isn't gravity. It's the loading screen. Ticket closed.